What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Loud Spot. I'm your host, Sebastian, here with my co-host, Southern Flame, Don McIntyre, and we have a show, kind of a show, for you guys today. Here we go.
Oh, no! Oh, boy! Ah, here it comes! The motherfucking Loud Spot!
All right, man. If you like our show, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check us out on all podcasting platforms. And I guess that is it. It has been over a month. I think since I've even seen your face.
Damn near 2 months.
No. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it's been since November. It's January.
Well, yeah, actually, so I always take December off. Well, I say always, like I've been doing this for 20 fucking years. It's been, I guess the last couple years I take December off just because, creativity burnout or whatever the fucking word is. You just kind of get tired of doing it. And I love talking to bands and people, but I need a break too. And Don needs a break and everyone needs a break. We were actually supposed to have Saliva on tonight. With their singer Bobby, and he for some reasons was not able to make the show. But since Don and I are here, he said, let's put on a show anyways, and let's talk about what Don's been doing, because I may have been on a break from the podcast, but Don has been staying very busy. I don't even know if you're doing other podcasts or what exactly are you doing?
Well, I'm working with Massive Media now, and I am Massive Media of Mississippi. And I'm a talent acquisitions officer and a booking agent with them. And I think for Matt Savner, a personal secretary. So it's a lot of booking and meetings and just generally talent scouting and talking to the bands, looking up festivals, booking venues, getting to know the bands, help sign bands on. It has been extremely busy for Massive Media of Mississippi, and I couldn't be happier. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and and maybe they pay you. I don't. But maybe I don't even get paid, but maybe they do. But talent acquisitions agent, is that what you said?
It's a fancy name for talent scout. Yeah.
That's a really cool name. So let's say there's a band on here that doesn't know Massive Media, and they're looking maybe to get some recognition. Do they have to live in the Mississippi area? I guess we live in Alabama, so no.
No, we don't. You do not have to live in the Mississippi area. That is just where we are based at, along the Gulf Coast. However, we have agents all across the nation, and we work with multiple booking agents as well if we need to outsource. We also we're a management team as well. So it's not just booking, it's management. There's a whole lot. So yeah, you can, if you do not have to be confined to the Gulf Coast area, if you need booking, you need a talent buyer, you need management, that's what we do.
I want to get something off of my chest while we're sitting here talking about this. Maybe I shouldn't, but I'm going to anyways.
Do it.
I think it's so funny how, and not only just you, and I hear this from a bunch of other people too, people feel like when certain people are approachable and they have a project they want to do, and they want to include somebody else that's maybe involved with something else. And Don, I told you this from the beginning. I don't give a shit what you do.
Right.
I don't care what you do because you're my friend, right? You're my friend. And people might feel like I may get upset or something like that. Like, oh, Sebastian gonna care. I don't give a fuck, dude. Like, I'm proud. I'm happy that you're able to do other things and reach out to. I'm not saying it's only because of the podcast, but this kind of started your movement into the music industry, which you've always kind of wanted to be involved with. And for people to act like you care or I care or somebody else cares, whenever you're friends with somebody, you should always root your friend on and be happy. Even if you would leave the show and be like, hey, I got this other opportunity, I'm going to do this instead because of what XYZ. I would never be like, fuck you, Don. Don't ever call me again, fucking bitch.
Some people really would do that, though. I have been given ultimatums before. Fuck that. No, you're my ride or die. We're that's not even a thing. We're always there. We're always gonna be a team.
But how messed up is that when you get like put in an ultimatum? Like no one's gonna come to me and ask me to do something because I already have the podcast, right?
Let
So
me tell you why that happens. They're intimidated that someone else is going to be more noticed, get more attention than them. It's competition. Where to me, the way I feel, we're in it for the music, we're in it for the bands, we're in it for the passion of it. You can be on 100 fucking podcasts, you can be on 100 fucking radio stations, you can have multiple booking agents. I don't give a fuck. I want to see you fucking succeed because that's what we're here for.
Right.
There you go.
That's my simple answer. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's just my simple answer for that.
It makes me happy though that people reach out to you because I feel, you know why? Because it makes me feel like people like you, that you're doing something good. And if you're doing something good, that means we're both doing something good. It's like, how many people do you think reached out to Robin from Howard Stern? You know what I'm saying? I bet a bunch of people probably reached out to her.
That's pretty cool to think about that. So I'm your Robin and you're my Howard.
Not comparing. Hey. Not comparing me at all. Obviously, he had a great career and we're just fucking, little tiny specks on a tiny little spectrum.
That's fine. But it's not about competition, but that's a great analogy for you and I. Yeah.
Well, it's true. You got to assume people have reached out to her because, she was just for different reasons. But anyways, I just want to let everyone out there know, if you want to reach out to Dawn, I give zero shits less. She's my fucking homegirl. No matter what, I'll always have her back no matter what. And that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is.
Sebastian has been my A1 supporter when I started the music business since day one. And that has just bloomed into a beautiful friendship that I'm so grateful for.
Me too. You call me Blanche.
Blanche and Rose from the Golden Girls. You're Blanche. Right. You call me Rose.
And we just have this great friendship, and I'm so happy that you came to Tennessee and I got to meet you. And it's been a year and a half now, I guess you've been on the show. And it's just been a crazy fun. We've shared lots of laughs together. We've shared some
life moments, personal life, everything. You're my bestie, Blanche. I love you.
Don't make me cry, right? Okay.
Suck it up, bitch.
Let's go back to talk about this massive media. So let's say a band is wanting to get involved with massive media. What exactly are you looking for? And if you find a band that you like that reaches out to you, which we're going to give you your how to get a hold of you here in a little bit. You find a band you like, they reach out to you, like them. I know you scout your own, but let's say someone comes out to you. What are you looking for and what do you do for them?
Are you serious? That is my number one thing that I'm looking for. Do you have a good attitude? I sit back and I observe how people treat other people before I will ever consider signing them on. That's just me. That's not Matt. I don't know how Matt does his thing. That's just me. That's the way I do things. I really pay attention. I sit back and observe. I want to know if you're hungry for it. I want to know if you really want it. I want to see how you treat people. But as far as getting involved with Massive, it's just reach out and we go over, we start a meeting. We ask you what needs that you have and we let you know if we can meet those needs. We see what we can do for you. We don't care if you have 1,000 likes or 1,000,000. It's really all about what we can do for you as an artist, and as a person, because we really do treat our business like a family and not the fucking dysfunctional kind. We have this motto of the tribe vibes. We want people that we vibe with. We want to have people that we've all got each other's backs. You look out for me, I've got you. It's really just a big family. And that's what we build off of. If you need booking and just booking, we will just book for you. If you need a management, we will manage you. If you need someone for promotions, if you need someone for production, if you need someone to help you with sound, we've got all those bases covered. We even have our personal on our management team, our own personal videographer, photographer from Spade Image. He is Spade Image. That is Gene Broom. Videos, EPKs, anything that you really need, we've got you covered.
because so many bands don't even know how to create an EPK or like a promo. An EPK is like a promo package, right?
It is an electronic kit.
Okay.
It's a electronic press kit.
Okay.
You really have to have that for most venues that you are looking to book, because they want to see who you are, what you sound like, how professional you are. Your EPK is your biography you are sending to them to sell yourself to that venue.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Venues look for those kinds of. See, there's still so much. As long as I've been doing this, talking to all kinds of bands, from the smaller bands to the bigger bands and everyone in between, I never even knew what EPK stood for. I guess I probably could have Googled it, but I also didn't know that. I guess I also didn't know that. I would say it all the time, but I also guess I didn't know that venues look for those kinds of press kits as well. I had no clue.
Yes. That is a big selling point when we are booking, is if you don't have a good EPK, we will build you one. And it's included on our website. Yes.
Does different bands have different prices? Because I would assume it's not free, right? Like,
no, our management fee is baselined.
Okay.
Our booking fee is set. We even go as far as, if you don't want a contract past 30 days, then we won't do a contract past 30 days. If you want a contract for 5 to 10 years, we've got you covered. You know, we really build our packages upon what the band's needs are.
Yeah. There's a band that we're going to play here in a little bit, a band called Rivals, right?
Yeah.
Dark Matter. Is this a band that's with Massive Media?
No, they are not, but I would love for them to be on our team, whether it's just for booking. I would love to book for them. I don't think that they have management. I think that they are unsigned band. I could be wrong. I think I'm wrong. I think they finally did sign with someone. However, even though you're signed with someone, you can still go for outsourcing and booking. But I actually found this band before any of that. So
Dawn is always finding, you know what? When she first came on the podcast, she was throwing bands at me, like, let's interview these bands or this band or this band. And I've said it on a show. I said it. You've never showed me a band that I didn't like. Every single thing they showed me, I've been like, oh yeah, you know, they're pretty good. Like,
good taste in music.
Similar taste in music as far as hard rock goes. As far as hard rock goes, yeah, definitely similar taste. Either similar taste or just not shitty bands that you just put out there, and they're always good. Okay, so this song we're gonna play is called Dark Matter. Bands called Rivals. They are not signed to Massive Media. And then we're gonna play this song. Then after this is done, let's talk about. Is that your dog in the background, by the way? Walking
yes,
around?
It's one of them. They keep opening my door and coming in. They're smart asses. You lock them out, and they will knock the door down to come in. So that just happened, actually.
I just got a new dog.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's either a greyhound or a whippet. It's like mix. Mix. You don't really know what the mix is. Could be boxer, could be pit. We're not sure, but he's like 8 months old, but he's tall. He's a big boy.
We have 2 rescues. One of them is a leopard Catahoula, and the other one is a banter bulldog. Both of them are very dominant alpha males, and both are possessive of the only female in the house. I'm surrounded by chicks. I have a male cat, a male fish, 2 male dogs, and of course, Turtle and Leland. So I'm outnumbered.
I got a male cat. I don't know my fish are male or female. I don't know what they are. Let's play the song. Let's talk about some bands that maybe want to get put on with Massive Media and then get a hold of you. So here is the band Rivals, and here is their song Dark Matter. And I hope YouTube lets you play this. We'll find out. Here we go.
Let's see.
This is gonna be fun. Reckless behavior, get ready to run. Blame me, try to get the answers you want. I like the pain, it makes me feel calm. Bitter and broken nothing to lose. Watch me transform, a butterfly but with devil horns. Dark matter, nothing ever felt the way it's supposed to. Call my dinner, if I sober up, I'll leave my future. The best soul you've ever seen. Dark matter, nothing ever felt the way it's supposed to. Self-sabotage, it's all that I know. Dirt to my left, it's another episode. Losing my grip, someone help me to fall. 'Cause I'm guiding guides at him that I'm not going home. Bitter and broken, I'm fucking bored. Nothing to lose, watch me transform. A butterfly but with devil horns. Dark matter, nothing ever felt the way it's supposed to. Call my dinner, if I sober up, I'll leave my future. The best soul you've ever seen. Dark matter, nothing ever felt the way it's supposed to. The devil on my shoulder, she's telling me it's over, but I don't even really want to go. If God is a woman, then so is the devil. So the devil is someone you know. Criminal behavior, I am now savior. Monument to who I become. I'm overly aggressive, the biggest of messes. That's probably why I'm always on the run. Dark matter, nothing ever felt the way it's supposed to. Call my dinner.
Wow.
Badass, right?
Look, you know what? That is a great song, and I'll tell you who it reminds me of. You know what? You know what I'd like to see them do a song with? Because the style, even though it's different, it's similar to me anyways, and I could be wrong like I normally am. I would love to see Dan Chandler with Evans Blue do a song with Rivals, and I'll tell you why. She says a lyric in there that says butterfly with the devil horns. That's something Dan would say. And, you know, Evans Blue, Dan Chandler's been on our podcast before.
I fucking love Dan.
Such a cool dude. Like, how cool would it be to hear him do just like a verse with this band or vice versa? I think it would be.
I think that would be phenomenal. Yes,
right,
absolutely agreed.
Does it not remind you of Evans Blue just a little bit?
Yeah, actually, I didn't put it together at first, but I can really visualize that. I think that would be absolutely incredible.
One song, and you know, I'd want to be a rival song, and I would like Dan to have like either a half verse or a verse or the chorus or something
being featured in there. Yeah,
yes, definitely. That's the word I was looking for. Featured, because you know his singing style is so unique.
It is.
So, and he's saying that he sang a new song. I don't even know if it's out yet, but he had sang a song on our show. And just the way he flows with his lyrics is just
Emissary Echo. Yeah. Emissary Echo. That was a song by Emissary Echo, which is he's the front man of that band.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I think he'd fit in with just featured on this band's.
I absolutely agree.
I've never heard of this band before.
Really?
Rivals?
Oh my
No,
God.
never. That they're good.
And they're not that well known yet.
That's not.
Can you
fucking
believe
crazy.
that? This right here, these unsigned bands, these bands that are new, that are not on mainstream, they fucking should be. That's why I do what I do.
And it's sad that I can believe it. And it's no discredit to them at all, because I think they are fantastic. That's a great song. I think the problem is, and I would have been floored 2.5 years ago.
Oh, yeah?
But after doing this podcast, you know how many bands that have been on that are so phenomenal that have, not that many followers. And
you don't understand why. You're like, how is this not on the radio full time? How is this not on Octane? How is this? I mean, geez, man.
What's crazy about it also is even bands on Octane, even though those guys don't have that big of a following, I'll see a band, and they'll have a Facebook following. Let's say they have, 10, 20,000 Facebook followers.
Mm-hmm.
And they get, and you can tell if they're bot likes or not, because if they're legit, when they post stuff, they constantly get their fans liking their post or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they'll have 1,000 likes on something, but then you go to Spotify and look at their listeners, and it's like the platforms don't cross over. I've talked about this so many times. Just because you have so many fans on Facebook doesn't mean that like on the last,
they're crossed over to the other
2,000 or almost close to 3,000, I think, likes on Facebook. But we don't get that many listeners on every single one of our podcasts, or even just one podcast. So throughout the month, we is where we grow them. But it's just crazy that how platforms don't cross over. You can have 100,000 TikTok followers and have 200 monthly listeners on Spotify.
If I can get them on here, Rivals is going to be on here, and I have a whole list of bands. You just
do it.
Put your pants on. Put your big boy pants on. We're going to do this.
I do love doing these podcasts more. I think than interviewing bands, because it's just fun. And even though I'm interviewing you, we also have our talking points, and our friendship would makes it a little bit different than just interviewing a band. Okay, let's talk about if a band wants to get a hold of you and would like to show you their stuff to see if you're interested in working with them. So many bands out there don't even know how to reach out to management, don't know how to reach out to and here you are, and you're working on the ground level, trying to find these unknown artists that you feel confident in. And so let's say there's that band out there, they're wanting your attention right now. How do they get a hold of you?
Dawn at massivemediams.com. That is going to be at gmail.com, actually. Massive Media.
Dawn at Massive.
I'm sorry.
Say the email again.
Dawn at massivemediams.com.
No Gmail.
Or you can do a gmail.com. Yeah.
What's the Gmail one?
That's it. Dawn. I'm sorry. Dawn at massivemediams@gmail.com.
You can't have two ats in there. You can't have two ats in there. You can have Dawn at massivemediams@gmail.com.
Well, fuck.
Just, here, reach out to Dawn at theloudspot.net. That's one of her email addresses that she has. Because you can't have two ats in the email. I've done that before. I've said Sebastian at theloudspot.net or at gmail.com. Like, what? That doesn't make any sense. I just did that to you.
Yeah.
On mass. No, well, it can't be at Gmail if it's at massive.
I can't believe I'm flaking on my own fucking email. Anyway, our website is www.massivemediams.com.
At gmail.com. No, I'm just kidding.
God damn it, Sebastian.
Are you on their website? Do you have an official page on, like a profile on there yet?
I don't have a profile on there. Well, I do up under their booking section. You can click and add me.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
so
you can
can
also,
touch me that way.
so you can do that through Massive Media's website. You can also reach out to Dawn. Just Dawn at theloudspot.net is our email
See,
for her. But you
I
can,
was right. You fucked me up.
okay, what is it?
Sebastian, it's Dawn at massivemediams.com. You fucking me up with the
Oh, there's no
Gmail, man.
Gmail. There's no Gmail.
No, it's .com. Yeah.
Okay,
Dawn
Dawn
at
at Massive Media.
massivemediams.com.
Okay, there we go.
I was like, how am I fucking this up? What are you doing?
Okay, so there you go. So reach out to her there, or like I said, even on ours, and you could if you message
Dawn
her
at theloudspot.com.
and that would, and she could still get that email and apply it towards her Massive Media stuff. If you want to get on the show, also an up and coming band, Dawn's going to be doing some of the bookings for the podcast with all the work that she's doing in Massive Media. I think it's kind of cool, also like that she's able to reach out to different bands and do different things, but also allow that to kind of cross over to the podcast, because then we can also promote them on this platform while the Massive Media is doing their thing with the band. And that's really a unique situation that most bands don't have the opportunity. So if you work with Dawn, there's a good chance you might come on the Loud Spot podcast.
Yep. I try to get as much exposure for these bands because I feel like they're so deserving.
Yeah.
And I submit them. We, as a team at Massive, submit them to radio stations, FM, online, everywhere. We submit all sorts of promotions. We have several podcasts that we would love to go ahead and start doing, but I mean, this is home. This is always home. This is always going to be first for me.
Yeah.
So
we're better than everyone. No, I'm just kidding.
Dude, there's a spider literally like hanging right in my face. No, bro. Bye.
I had a dead moth on my table once when I had a different setup. It was there for like a month. I named it.
You named the fucking dead moth instead of getting it off.
There's a lady named Candy Browning. And when I first started podcasting, she was kind of part of the show. And I think it was her. We used to laugh about this dead moth. The show has changed so much since I first started. It's so crazy. Mm-hmm. And you've been around for a lot of those changes.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's been an honor to witness everything, to be a part of it.
Even when the band doesn't show up, Saliva, even when they don't. Hey, I said, Don, we can still do our show anyways. Let's just talk about what you and what you're doing, because we haven't really had an opportunity to do that yet.
We have not had the opportunity to catch up. We've both been busy and life happens. And so, yeah, you took a break and decided to take a break for the podcast for a while for the holidays, regroup, recenter, focus our attention and energy where we needed to. And that actually gave me the freedom to really ground myself in what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. Let's be honest, I have the patience of a wild boar. So it's hard for me sometimes to multitask, but this has given me the time to get things in a flowing order. And I appreciate that.
Oh, it's always nice to take a break from one thing and focus on something else when you can. And we all need those breaks every now and again and do something different. So,
and thank you for allowing me to do this too, because it's mutually beneficial and it's a lot of fun. You are my person having fun with, and I'm thankful that you're interested in what I'm doing and allowing me to come on and do this. It means a lot to me.
Well, I want to be your friend, and you would have told me to fuck off a long time ago. I know how you are. If I wasn't like this, trust me. When Dawn wants to tell someone to fuck off, she tells them to fuck off real quick.
Yeah, I don't play around. I don't have time for the sugarcoating bullshit. I don't do that. Nope.
That's why I wanted you on.
I'm nice about it, but if you're an asshole, I can be a bigger one. So.
Oh, I know. Not to me, but I've seen you do it to other people. I root you on, like, go girl.
That's my.
That's all the time we got. I hit weekly review on accident. We're not doing a weekly review. Okay, all right, Don. Well, tomorrow night we'll see if the band comes on. We got another podcast tomorrow. This is going to air Monday. Hopefully, the one tomorrow night airs on Wednesday. And then let's get you some of your bands with Massive Media on here. That's also, if Massive Media would like to come on the show as well, the founder, owner, whatever. I forgot. Matt
Savner. Yes.
He wants to come on. Let's get him on the show too. And let's talk about, I'd love to have him on the show. That's all the time we got. Don, thank you so much for doing this with me. And you are my ride or die co-host. I fucking love it.
I love you.
And let's outie. Peace out. Rock on.
Much love.
This is the Loud Spot outro by Nothing Short of Tragic. Is this all talk with no action? No. Is this my thoughts with distraction? No. Is this what I bought that's in fashion? Or is this the Loud Spot with Sebastian? Yes. Does Nothing Short of Tragic have his back again? Yes. Does everything that's good really have to end? Yes. Our pimp host has to pimp show, so to get more episodes, make an order, this is over.